Alright, I think we're all here. Right? Alright, I think we're... Yep, we're good. I'll just kind of chill here for a moment as I'm, like, just... just waiting for the people to, like, come in to the stream or whatever. Just give it a quick little minute. Anyway, I know this kind of out of the blue, but I just had a hankering for playing Breath of the Wild, and also I have a kind of a headache, so it was just like, this is what I thought up. Be like, all right, this will be a nice distraction. But yeah, so it has been quite a while since I've played this game. I'm sure I'll be fine, but you know, I guess I should get started because this intro sequence is long. Yes, overwrite the save data. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I freaking played this game. I think it was like almost like touch the game in general. I think it's been like over a year or two, almost. Never 100% it, and I don't ever plan to. Okay. No, usually they say go away from the light, but I guess this is a bit different.
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Yeah. Man, how long was that Soko's in? Hold on a moment. Messing around with audio settings and stuff. I think that works. Okay. Alright, just getting hold of the controls. But anyway, hey all you imps, I'm Oni-Chan. Welcome to the channel if you're checking this out for the first time. That sounds pretty loud. Is that on their end? Let's see. that's cool. There's actually an echo. I don't think I've ever noticed that. Anyway, let's continue. Now, I'm just gonna say this right now. I am working with like a very slight delay, so if I like overshoot something by a small bit, that's
is
why.
a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Okay. Listen, iPad. Chica Slate. A mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something familiar about it. Oh no, I set off the trap mechanisms. I've seen Indiana Jones. There's gonna be Boulder, isn't there? And also, this is the Nintendo Switch version, the OG, so expect it to not be too great. Anyway, open you up. I think this is pants. Yep. Well-worn trousers. These old trousers are threadbare in spots, but they're surprisingly comfortable. The legs are a bit too short, though. Alright, thanks. Ooh, man. Old shirt. A thin shirt made long ago. It's coming apart at the seams, but it's better than nothing. The sleeves are a bit on the short side. We are now no longer naked, so that's great. Ah, man, Imps. It's been so long since
Hold the
I've
Sheikah
left the
slate
cave.
up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Okay, authenticating. Chica Slate confirmed. Well, Imps, I suppose it's been long enough. I should leave the cave. Oh my gosh, what is that light?
Link, you are the light. Our
No, it's
light.
over there.
That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Oh, man. I really want to leave the cave. It's so nice and damp and cold. Oh well. And now for the title card shot. Man, I remember first playing this game. I think it was 2018 or 2019, something like that. And look over here. That's Santa? Gandalf? Gandalf Santa? Sandolph. Oh. Tree branch. Wooden branch such as this are pretty common, but surprisingly well balanced. It doesn't do much damage, but it can serve as a weapon in a pinch. Yeah, in this game you Island Shroom. A common mushroom found near trees around Hyrule. Eat it to restore half a heart. Yeah, I was pressing B to try and pick it up. It's been a while since I played this game, so I like controls are a little. Oop, Hytail is I know I could roll this thing downhill, but I don't really care. Apple, a common fruit found on trees or all around Hyrule. Eat it fresh or cook it to increase its effect. Oh, well met, stranger. It's rather unusual to see a soul in these parts. Who are you? Me? I'll spell you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering a question with a question. That's fair enough. As I cannot imagine your meaning to be simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there. Long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it's set abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. Now, I could take this dude's apple, but, like, it's really not too important. Take this, though. The torch. The torch will stay lit once ignited, but if you put it away, the flame will be extinguished until you light it again. Okay. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it? To set things on fire. That is rather unnerving. Please be cautious with it around any dry grass that might catch fire. You know, there are plenty of monsters in the area. That torch would make a good weapon if need be. However, do not swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponent and lock your sights on them. Alright, thanks. Anyway, we're going to take this dude's freaking axe. Woodcutter's axe. A woodcutter's tool of choice for felling trees. Its formidable weight and uneven balancing makes it a slow, inefficient weapon. Ah, more hightail lizards. Dang it. I always miss them. Want that apple. Check underneath a rock. Hightail lizard. The lizard found throughout Hyrule. It's a bit slow to react at times, but if given a chance to escape, it'll daunt off quickly. Cook it with monster parts to do it for a speed boosting elixir. Yeah, so this whole game like added a food crafting mechanic and everything to it, which I love, honestly. Got this weird circle. You jump in it. Hey, it's a Korok. Huh, you found me. Huh? You're not Hetsu, but you can see me? I don't know. I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, if you run into Hetsu, please return this to him. Korok seed. This small seed was given to you by Korok. It has a distinct smell. If you gather a bunch of them, you never know what may happen. Oh, my friends are hiding in lots of different places, too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious places. Here we go in here, and oh my... Huh?
Link, head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do a little more exploring, though. Anyway. My gosh, is this the Master Sword? No, it's a rusty broadsword. This once fearsome sword has seen better days. It can do some damage in the right hands, but also breaks quickly. Wait, nope, nope, nope. Ah. Okay. That green circle there is the stamina bar. Oh, here comes our first enemies that we could run into. Isn't there a chest somewhere around here? Something in it? Give me that. The Boko Club. A crude bokoblin club made to clobber small prey. It's essentially a stick, so its durability is low. Goblin Horn. This severed horn of a bokoblin, a creature often encountered in the plains of Hyrule. It isn't edible, but it can be tossed into a stew with some critters to make an elixir. Ancient Screw. A screw used in ancient machinery. It's made of an unknown material, and no matter how many times it's turned, its threads never seem to show signs of wear. I weirdly love the Boko Club. Like, it's not very great, but ooh, Bokoblin Fang. A tooth that came from a Bokoblin. It's worn down and not very sharp, but it's still pretty hard. Cooking alongside critters, make an elixir. Oh, and then we got this. I think it's a different shirt or something. Hylian trousers, traditional dress trousers of Hyrule. The plush fabric makes these trousers quite comfortable. Their high durability makes them ideal for travelers. There, we got some actual freaking armor that's somewhat worth a dang, so that's nice. I'm going to use the woodcutter's axe for these barrels. Oh, choo-choo. Choo-choo jelly, a gelatinous substance that comes from choo-choo. It's unusable in its state, but applying a bit of elemental stimulation will change its form. Yeah, so there's different types of choo-choo jelly that you can get from different types of choo-choos. The three main ones I can think of, there might be more, but like there's fire choo-choo, ice choo-choo, and electric choo-choo. Roasted bird drumstick. Raw bird drumstick that's been cooked to a crisp, skin and all. It's devoid of seasoning, but it has a simple, accessible taste. Restores some hearts more than raw variety. Just an apple. Okay. Now we're going to head on off into over towards this temple, and then we'll go over towards the actual thing. When you're out of stamina, Link will be super freaking tired and can't do shit. You know, I was actually thinking of making this like a 3-heart run, kinda, but now that like I'm feeling playing the game again, yeah, no, we ain't doing that. Ancient gear. Gear used in ancient machinery. Despite being incredibly old, its build quality is leaps and bounds above anything built using current technology. Alright. I heard a small tune for a second. Oh, nope, there we go. Yeah, the music is coming in. But I want to head off into this temple first, because there's an item we can get there. Ancient gear, we've already read the description of that. Ancient screw, we've also seen that. Ancient gear. Screw. Okay. Link, get off. We got some pots over here, and like regular Zelda fashion, you might want to break them. Aw, the Bucko Club broke. Whatever. Oh, what's this? Arrows, 5. A bundle of 5 common arrows. The shaft of these arrows were carved from the wood of a sturdy tree. And then there's this chest right here. Traveler's Bow. A small bow used for travelers for protection. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can be used to attack foes from a distance. Alright, do I have... Okay, I don't have gyro on. I was just checking. Okay, now we can head on over towards that thing that voice was wanting to tell me about. And the tree branch is already badly damaged. Okay. Yeah, there's actually, like, somewhat of stealth mechanics in this game, too. This is how I like stealth mechanics, where it's like, it's an option, but not needed. Like, I could just run over there and take those guys down, no problem. Or, I can do this little thing, sneak around, and I can take care of them a different way, in a more fun way, a more destructive way, and I'm going to be doing that. And here we see the Bokoblin. Or Moblin. I'm not sure. I think it's Bokoblin. Anyway, so we walk over here. Push up against this rock, and... kablooey. And free Boko Club. And what's this? Seared steak. Raw meat cooked over an open flame. Cooking has increased its flavor and number of hearts it provides. Alright, now here's a little trick I know. See, there are arrows in the ground over here. That's because of these moblins over here. So not only can we get a couple extra arrows, if we get them to shoot, they'll drop some more. Now, it's not perfect. They won't drop a ton of them. But this is a good way to get some bonus arrows if you're worried about that kind of thing. You gonna see one over here? Nope, that was just a shadow. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna run around for a short bit and then... And now... Broadsword. Boko bow. A basic bokoblin bow made of wood. It's made by taking a tree branch and just tying a string to either end, so don't expect much in the way of combat effectiveness. Yeah, so now we've got, like, even more arrows than what we would have gotten normally. Oh, I thought that would have made it stick. Anyway. This bokoblin has a shield. Also, this sword's almost broken. When something's almost broken, you can toss it and break for massive damage. Boko Shield. A bokoblin-made shield created by attaching a handhold to any flat tree bark picked off the ground. It's pretty shabby, so don't expect it to last very long. And now we also got the Traveler's Sword, a very common sword, often kept by travelers who fend off small beasts. It's fairly durable, but it's a bit unreliable against monsters. Now we've made it to that little spot that the voice was telling us about. Place the Sheik Slate in the pedestal. Hey, is this one of those Pokestops I've heard about? Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. I forgot there were squirrels in this game. Great Plateau Tower. Distilling local information. I'm pretty sure, like, those words right there are Hylian for, like, loading and stuff like that. Like, please wait. Updating, something like that. Regional map extracted.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years.
I forgot that Zelda had a British accent in this game.
The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Lady, you realize that was a giant monster ghost thingamajig, and I am but a long-haired dude wearing a freaking hobbled-together outfit. And so anyway, you'd think that you could just fall right off, but no, the fall damage will kill you, so we gotta, like, slowly make our way over. Honestly, a little annoying for the first go-around, but what can you do?
Ho!
Santa? Sandolph! My, it would seem you have quite the enigma here. The tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, in one after another. It's almost as though a long-dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were at the top there? I heard a voice. Well now, voice you say. And did you happen to recognize this voice? No. I see. Well, that's unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of the atrocity shrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that that moment is fast approaching. I must ask of you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? I do. I guess. I had a feeling you'd say that. Here on the isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If you were to try to jump off the wall, well, no death could be more certain or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite great. Paraglider? Oh, piqued your interest, have I? Yes. I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not. I'll be happy to agree to give you my paraglider, if not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Come, let me show you something. You see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light? It began glowing the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. Yeah? I would think such a place would have some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider, fair exchange, I believe. Alright. Aha! Ow. And it's funny that, like, when they have no weapon, they just throw a sword. Or, no, throw a rock, not a sword. Yeah. Now, I might be collecting a lot of weapons, but it doesn't mean we have a lot of weapons to work with. Ooh, an acorn. Often found on the ground near trees. Squirrels adore this nut. May have competition while foraging. Add one for a meal for nutty seasoning. Okay, but what I was saying is, there's a limited number that you can hold at a time. Like, we have limited inventory space, basically, for weapons and shields, but not for regular items, it seems. A traveler's sword, that's always nice. And this right here is a cooking pot. You can either sit by it to wait, I think. Or, yeah, you can pass time by the fire. I don't want to pass time. Or we can grab some stuff like this, toss it in. Fruit mushroom mix. Oh, I didn't read it. Crud. This dish contrasts the sweetness of the fruit with the savoriness of the mushrooms. Yeah. Simmered fruit. This sweet dish is made by heating tasty fruit into a pan and simmering until tender. Yeah, I'm just going to be cooking a small bit of stuff. Cooking food in general just increases it, but when you actually use a bowl like this, you make something that actually is kind of worth a dang. So, yeah. Yeah, if I tried to swim that pond and I just passed, I probably wouldn't have made it. Or would have been cutting it really close. Alright. Travel gate registered to map. Access granted. I'm gonna skip most of these once we get to another one. The intro. I just want to show it off for the first time, you know? I think I kind of want to get off the Great Plateau before the stream ends. Maybe get a little more done after that, but not much. To you, set foot in the shrine. I am Omen Ao, in the name of the goddess Hylia, challenge league or whatever. The Magnesis trial. We go over here. Distilling rune. Liquid knowledge. Now we got apps. Magnesis. Grab onto metallic objects using the magnet energy that pours forth from the Magnesis rune. Objects held in the magnet snare can be lifted and moved freely. And extract. Now, these areas like this, they have a couple different things going on, like that, or they have hidden stuff everywhere. I don't know what these things are called. I forget. And he dropped an ancient screw. And if you look over here, there's a chest right there, but we can't grab it right this second because we need to pull this over here. And that is a magnetic chest. So you can just pull that right over to us. Traveler's bow. Inventory's full. Pete's sake. Okay, that's the quick way. Drop. Drop. I'm going to be running into a lot of Boko bows, so I don't need to worry about those too much. Did I get all the stuff from there? Yep, if you see the chest icon there, that means you got everything. Every chest, at the very least. Check out this old bastard. You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Omana Ao, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of the goddess Hylia, and dedicated to helping those who seek to defeat Ganon. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb. Yeah, bro, just take my soul. I've been waiting here for like a freaking century or more. Symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine. And we get healed. May the gods smile upon you. Goodbye, old man.
Ho!
Santa. Sandolph. It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. Paraglider, please. I encourage you to slow down for a moment, my courageous friend. The appearance of these towers and the awakening of the shrine. All is connected to the Sheikah slate. Paraglider, please. I have yet to finish speaking. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved the kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it's said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across the land. On the plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you the paraglider. That was not the deal. Oh, well, I suppose I changed my mind. I'm sure it won't be a problem for a young go-getter like you. Since I'm feeling generous, I'll also teach you a trick for finding the shrines. It's always best to survey the area looking around from a high point. How about making the top of the tower again? Got it. I admire your eagerness, but allow me to teach you something before you go. Take a look at your map on the Sheikah slate. See those blue icons? You could recognize the cave where you awoke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. You can travel instantly to any of those places with the Sheikah slate. Or so I've heard, quite some time ago. I didn't know if such thing actually works as such. Well, I'm not doing that right now because I want to just get stuff done. Anyway, so now we got this magnet power, and I'm going to do this. Bunch of arrows. Nice. And we look down here. Let's see, I think one of these is like fire arrows, I think. Amber. Fossilized resins with a caramel-esque sheen to it. It's been valued as a component in decorations and crafting since ancient times. Opal. Valuable ore that gives off a mesmerizing iridescence similar to the inside of a seashell. It contains the power of water. Anyway, we're going to take this over here with us. Because there's a thing over here that we can get. Now, there is a specific shrine I want to get to first. However, since we're right over here, I'm just going to grab these while I can. Okay, I can't do that right now. I need to readjust. All right, let's see here. All right, this works. There we go. Ice arrows. A bundle of 5 ice arrows. Ice arrows break apart on impact, freezing objects in the immediate area. Incredible effective against hot things. Fire arrows. A bundle of 5 fire arrows. Fire arrows break apart on impact, igniting objects in the immediate area. Incredibly effective against cold things. This is what we're over, is a tar pit. You fall in it, you're likely dead. If you use magnesis, you can notice that, hey, there's a chain on that log, and there's a weird stone attached to it. We put it in this hole. Ahem, we put it in this hole. Another Korok. You found me. Bye-bye. Raw bird drumstick. This meat is tougher and chewier than standard steak. Tastes better cooked. Ooh, frog. Hot-footed frog. A quick frog and been found hopping in near the water. Cook it with monster parts to draw out speed boost effects. So now we found fast frogs and fast lizards. Ooh. Goblins. Apple tree right over there. Ooh, and right here, something. These are pretty good. Hyrule herb. This healthy herb grows abundantly in the plains of Hyrule. Cook it before eating it to increase the number of hearts it restores. Yeah, these actually really help when cooking. They're not like one of the best things you can use, but like they're, for this early in the game, it is very good. I saw some more over at this apple tree over here. Oh, a neat thing I hadn't shown off yet. I was going to wait till we got to the snowy area, but I could possibly show it off over here too. You can surf on your shield. It's not. Oh, probably hold off on it for a second. I want to take that guy down as soon as possible. Alright, he's taken down. So now we can slowly make our way over. Don't want to alert everybody. What we want to do is shoot that thing. And kablooey. Now, it doesn't kill all of them, as there's a blue bokoblin. Oh, shit. Give me that spiked Boko Club. Reinforced. Okay, anyway, I need to eat. Alright. Took him down. Oh, shit. I want the Spike Boko Club. Anyway. I like the Spike Boko Club. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You can light yourself on fire. Like I just did. And also, okay, Keith Eyeball. Rare material dropped by defeating Keiths. It's fun to look at, but it doesn't seem to have much use at first glance. But it may be good for something. And then Keith's wings. Keiths are basically monster bats. I think this is some more fire arrows, I think. Yep. Alright. Back to what we were doing. This next one is going to be a bit difficult to navigate. Because the shrine's right over there, but to get over there involves some crazy freaking monsters that will kill us almost immediately. More amber, that's nice. Yeah, so you've seen these things just sitting around the oh shit, it's nighttime. Out. Boko Spear. I'll read the description in a minute. Bokoblin arm. A skeletal arm that keeps moving even after it's severed from the body. It's kind of gross to strap to your back, but it'll do in a pinch. It's old and fragile, so be quick not to break it. Okay, anyway. Okay. A reinforced Boko Club made to maximize damage. The sharpened bones jabbed into it make it a brutal weapon. And then the Boko Sphere. The sphere, haphazardly crafted from a large tree branch. It looks like its original intent was for skewering meat and cooking, but it does have some combat effectiveness. when you throw spears, they go much farther than anything else. Pretty sure that one will turn alive if you get close. Yep, I was right. That will kill us in one shot. Run. Oh, fuck. Fuck. And dead. I was trying to run around. Fuck. They kept climbing the wall. Continue. Luckily, this game auto-saves relatively often, so... Yep, it all saved, like, right out here. And what we want to do is get out of dodge as soon as possible. Oh, wrong button. Alright. And now we're in here. Like I said, I'm going to be skipping all these, like, little small cutscenes and stuff. Bomb trial. Jabaji. Or Jabaj. I don't know how to pronounce that, man. Stilling Rune. Man. Remote bombs. We got two types. A bomb that can be detonated remotely. The force of the blast can be used to damage monsters and destroy objects. There are both round and cube bombs, so use whichever best fits the situation. Round bombs will roll, cube won't. Or at least we'll try not to. These bombs are more so forceful than they are actually powerful. So, like, they don't do a whole lot of damage. But they will knock a freaking enemy and make him go flying. I think this is the Claymore? Traveler's Claymore. A basic two-handed sword often wielded by aspiring adventurers. Its immense weight can knock enemy shields right out of their hands. Oh, my inventory's full. Alright, goodbye, Boko Bat. Need Claymore. It is two-handed, so it is pretty, big. Okay, so this is where you'd want to use square one, because it won't roll. Launch me, bitches! I think this is an opal. Amber. Close enough. Wrong button. Alright, that's all of the chest. The bomb have a recharge timer, so you can't just spam them. And I'm pretty sure the timer is shared between the two, so you can't just have like. You can't just have. I don't think you can just throw a square bomb and then immediately throw a round bomb. I don't think. Yeah, so now we've beaten this shrine. Pretty much the same song as dance as we had earlier. Resources and overcoming the trial to the promised hero. Okay, I don't really care. Just give me the thing and let's go. May the gods smile upon you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so now we've got that. And we're not going to leave through that way because, if you remember, that's where we died. As you can see on the little mini-map there that I'm probably blocking. You can see the little X that shows where I died. Oh, crud. Okay, just remain calm. We just need to run around it. Yep, there we go. I don't care. Shit. I'm not trying to freaking climb shit. I'm trying to run. Alright, we got a small moment to chill. Another shrine's right over there, and then there's one more all the way up on the mountains. Pretty sure over at this rock there's a mushroom or something I can grab, like the rush room or something. Hey, not. Oh, it's over here. So it might have been a while since I played the game, but that doesn't mean that I don't still remember quite a bit from it. Oh, keys. Rushroom. A mushroom that grows almost anywhere, but prefers clinging to sheer cliffs. Cook it before eating to temporarily increase your movement speed. And now for one of my favorite mushrooms. The Stamella Shroom. A green mushroom that grows near trees in the forest. It's chock full of natural energy. Cook it to release the stamina restoration properties. Then over here we can get like some new things like hot lid. Lid for a large soup, smells vaguely of poultry broth. Yum. Take quite a beating before breaking. Not a very good shield, but it's durable. Less blocking, more able to hold together. Spicy pepper. This pepper is exploding with spice. Cook it to create dishes that will raise your body temperature and help you withstand the cold. Old Man's Diary. Read. On this desolated plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. And today, I outdid myself. I truly created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. The recipe not only restores health, but also keeps me warm, even when traveling in the snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I will no longer have need of that itchy, warm doublet. Read more. I do not know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down the very important recipe. I know it contains raw meat and spicy pepper, however, I simply cannot remember what else to use. My age is catching up to me. Alright. Alright, so he knows that, like... Yeah, so this guy knows that it's meat and seafood, but he can't remember the seafood part. So we're gonna run back over here real quick because I want to get that thing he was talking about, the doublet. Give me that acorn. Luckily, though, there was that pond over by the Temple of Time that's really not that far away, so we can just run right over there, head right back. If you notice, like, there's a couple things we have on screen. We have, like, the time of day, what kind of weather, a sound gauge, which is that little purple thing there. So, like, when you're walking, like, this is what he makes. So you can kind of gauge, like, how fast, or, like, how much noise you're making. And then you have the temperature gauge, which dictates how the climate you're in. And you do not want to go too far one way or the other. Link will slowly lose health if it does. He could either freeze, or he could fry. Now then, over here, there should be... Ah, there they are. Now, we're gonna do some redneck fishing. Let's do this. Hiya! Behold! The Hyrule Bass. An ordinary fish that can be found all over Hyrule. It can be eaten raw, but cooking amplifies its healing benefits. Yeah. Alright, so now we got the seafood part. Let's head on back. Oh, there's some butterflies. Calmly walk. But I might be able to grab them. Summer winged butterfly. A butterfly found in the woods and plains of warm regions. Its wings absorb the warmth of the sun. Cook it with monster parts to create an elixir that makes you feel warm and fuzzy. Come on. There we go. Alright, so now what you gotta do is you gotta cook the spicy meat and seafood fry and give it to that guy. Alright, so... Hold... Hold... And now we toss it in. Spicy meat and seafood fry. Grants level cold resistance. A filling dish made by cooking fresh seafood and meat together. Now we head on over to Sandolph over here. Oh, fancy that. So we meet again. What are you doing? I thought this tree here might make some good firewood. However, getting a tree to fall exactly where you want it is quite an art. The trick is turning your hips so that you face where you want the tree to land. So, I see you found my axe. Why not help me out with a few swings? We're gonna quite a sweat here, but these bones could use a break. What is that? Bye. Okay. We might have to wait for a different time. Luckily, though, we got a fire right here, so we can just wait till the next time period. Let's say noon. How's your shrine exploration? What are you doing? This body of mine isn't what it used to be, recovering it at high times. If you're hungry, you can have an empty pot. I cooked something. Wait, is that? It looks just like my signature perfect dish, spicy meat and seafood fry. But how did you... Well, I suppose it's not important. Can I trouble you to share the recipe? Ah, of course, Hyrule Baz. How could I have forgotten? Well done. Now, please allow me to reward your culinary efforts with this warm doublet. A warm doublet. A warm pullover typically worn by mountain folk. Its sturdy fabric and thick gloves are great at retaining body heat, but it is not any armor, really. With that, you will be able to resist the bite of cold environments. As for me, I know a great spicy meat and seafood recipe, so I can go without the warm doublet. And now if you look at the temperature gauge, now the cold part has lowered, meaning that we can now withstand more actual cold, but it doesn't mean that we're completely resistant to the cold. We would need some more additives to reach that. Alright, so like what Dolph was saying, the trick is to face where you want to... No. Face where you want it to fall. Ooh. Korok Leaf. A single swing of this giant straight leaf can wreak gust of wind strong enough to blow away light objects. These will sometimes fall off of trees. Alright, let's hope that stays. Alright. And now to show you the power of bombs. Bye-bye! As I said, they don't do a whole bunch of damage, but... Alright, what's in here? Fire arrows. Nice. But yeah, there are a couple different ways. Like, this game is actually really good in having multiple ways to try and solve a puzzle. I want all those apples. Like I was saying, there's multiple ways to, like, solve a puzzle. in this game. Or just problems in general, like, are you cold? Well, you can either wear a warm piece of clothing, you could cook something up, or you could literally just hold a torch with you, or some other like thing that's lit on fire or emits heat. Are you worried about like trying to climb this thing? Well, either use some stamina recovering items, or something that increases your movement speed, or even just try and find a little spot on the mountain that you can like actually just rest at, like this. Now, there's some nuance with climbing. Like, technically, you'll make more distance if you just regular climb like this. The harder the surface you're trying to climb on, the more stamina you'll use up. And while we can jump to areas like this, it does use up a chunk. However, when you're on that very last chunk where it's red, if you do a jump there, you will actually jump twice as far, I'm pretty sure. Or at least farther than normal. So it's kind of like that last Hail Mary, like, can I make it? So you gotta kind of gamble that. Alright, let's see here. Should be able to make it if we just regularly climb up. And there's the shrine. Oh, a dime shrine. I believe this is stasis. Like, this is the stasis trial. It was the stasis trial. Stilling rune. Wonder what that stuff would taste like. Probably not good, but, you know. Never know. Behold, stasis. Stop flow of time for an object. Stops an object in time while storing its kinetic energy. The stored energy will act upon the object when the flow of time resumes. Making good use of it, stored energy can move even the largest of objects. Stasis can't be used on everything, but it can be used on quite a bit of stuff, and it's time. When used on an object, it will stay still for quite a while. Ah, man. It was still charging. I think there's another bow. Traveler's shield. A sturdy shield loved by many an adventurer. It is made of animal hide and sturdy wood. It is best suited to defending against weak monsters or animals. Alright. Oh shit. Yeah, I was like, I'm about to get hit. Ooh, that'd be a nice thing to have. Goodbye, Boko Bat. Iron Sledgehammer. This large iron sledgehammer was originally used for mining, but it works reasonably well as a weapon too. Oh, I also never shown this off yet. Like, you can hold the attack button and you'll do a special attack. See? But it uses up your stamina. So be mindful of that. Anyway, the other use for stasis is when used on an object. If you hit it, kinetic energy will be stored. And when it's released, it will be released. Her resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of the hero. Thanks. May the gods smile upon you. Okay, we got one more. We have one more shrine left before we can leave the Great Plateau. And I remember when this game first came out and everybody was using all the glitches and crap to like leave the Great Plateau early. Like freaking getting a getting a tree and just like using stasis on it to like sling yourself forward. Oh yeah, and I can show off that thing I was going to before, but not right here. Like I need a better area. You move slower in snow, so be mindful of that. But another thing you can do in snow, and bring out your shield, and how the heck do I do this? There we go, A. Shield surfing! This is technically hurting my progress, but I wanted to show it off. Also, didn't mean to have that shield up. I think we'll leave these out in the cold for a short moment. They should turn into ice key swings, I think. Or I guess not. Maybe it's not cold enough. I hear more of you. Whatever. Oh. Wood. A portable bundle of wood can be used to make a campfire if you have something to light it. Yeah, so you can make like temporary bonfires with this stuff. Alright, let's see here. Lose the torch. I don't need it. Give me this Korok leaf. See, what I'm wanting to do is get behind that waterfall over there. Ooh, another woodcutter's axe. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll just leave you guys to that. Ah, shit. Well, that's not good. I died to the water. Yep. I didn't have enough cold resistance. Yeah, give me this. Give me the Korok leaf. Alright. Now to be careful about this. Let me in. The freaking... Ah, for fuck's sake. Alright. Now I'm over here. Gonna use... Korok leaf. To get me over here. Oh shit, I need to be careful about that thing. That's a ice choo-choo. The jiggly substance came from an ice choo-choo. It's cool to the touch, and you squeeze, it seems to relieve stress. If struck, it will explode in a cold mist. Alright, the reason we were going in here is because, behind the waterfall, secret cave shit. What kind of cool secret cave shit did we find? Well, first I gotta get rid of this sword. Traveler sword, you've been replaced. Behold, the soldier sword. A sword brandished by the soldiers who once protected Hyrule Castle. Its durable blade is well tuned for slaying monsters. Then we got these other things. I think they're mostly arrows, I think. Spiked Boko Bow. An upgrade Boko Bow bound with animal bone to boost its durability and firepower. Its craftsmanship is sloppy, but it's light and easy to use. Okay, now we can go do whatever. I should have cooked a bit more while I was over there, but, you know, whatever. Nope, not wanting to fight the ice choo-choo. Because if you try to hit them while they're glowing like that, like while they're bright, they will explode when you hit them, and it will freeze you, and it does a lot of damage. Especially this early on. Like, remember, we have 3 hearts. We cannot afford to be sloppy. I've already died twice. Alright, okay, there's the shrine. Oh shit. Oh, he was trying to make a more powerful weapon by setting it on fire. Give me that steak. Goodbye, barrel. Alright, we made it to the next shrine. This will be the, well, not the last of our quote-unquote apps in this game. Runes, whatever the heck you want to call them. But it will be like the last main one that we'll be using. For traversal and all that. Cryonis trial. Now it's not like stasis. Stilling rune. I think there's like a traveler's spear or throwing spear in this dungeon shrine, whatever the heck you want to call it. This game doesn't have like the regular dungeons. These are basically the dungeons. Well, wait, no, they do have the dungeons. Sorry, the boss areas. All right. Create a pillar of ice from the water's surface. Build ice pillars that are very stable. These pillars can be built as stepping stones or as obstacles. Use Cryonis on an ice pillar to break it. Yeah, so we can just, whenever there's water, or a liquid in general, we can make a pillar of ice, and we're able to climb it. Ancient spring. A spring used in ancient machinery. It is light and buoyant enough to float on water, and no matter how many times it's compressed, it never loses tension. Traveler's Spear. A spear used mainly by travelers to fend off wolves and other beasts. It is easy to hold and simply use. I don't use spears all that often, but like I want to try and have like a variety of weapons just in case I need something for something. You can make multiple ice blocks, but I think you're limited to 4 of them. Either 4 or 5. That's the last shrine done on the Great Plateau.
Ho!
With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh, extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything, but first... Imagine an X on your map, with the 4 shrines as the endpoint. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? For the 2 lines connecting. Wait, Sandolph, what the heck are you doing? Anyway, I'll be waiting. Yeah, so Sandolph's been a ghost this whole time. Anyway... Okay, it's 3. You can only have 3 of them. Palm arrows? Opal. Alright. Give me out of that. Alright, so now we gotta make our way back down, and as he said, go to where the 4 shrines intersect. That is... here. So I guess that means we gotta make our way back down again. Luckily, though. We can take the fun route. You wanna, like, snow won't break your shield that much. Or I don't think it's supposed to break it at all. But, any other surface you can shield surf on, it just won't be good for you. So those are ice keys. This would be a good idea to use, like, the spear. But I don't really care. I didn't even really explore like one corner of the plateau, but I'll show off a little bit of that area in a minute. Alright, we just gotta find a safe way down. And that seems safe enough. Yeah, there is quite a lot more stuff you can check out on the Great Plateau. I'm just not too worried about it. I also guess I could have probably just... Wait, no. This will just be faster. We can just travel the Shrine of Resurrection. This is fast travel. Like I said, you can shield surf on other stuff, but it will damage your shield. And once it gets to a certain point, It'll break. And when you tumble, you hurt. Baked apple. Direct heat has softened and sweetened this apple. Eat it to restore 3/4 of a heart. Well, what do you know? But if you saw on the map a second ago, whenever I was teleporting here, that is the Temple of Time. As it says right down there. Those of you who don't know, the Temple of Time was a very important area. Well, I say very important, but honestly, you didn't do too much there. But like, it was the main travel point in Ocarina of Time to go from the present to the future. You have conquered those shrines and claimed their spirit orbs. I can offer you great power. It appears you have 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I can amplify your being. So tell me what you want. I want another heart container, thank you. Yeah, like, more stamina is nice and all, but I want to get as many hearts as possible. Heart container. Your life force has been strengthened, increasing your maximum number of hearts by 1. Nice. Go and bring peace to Hyrule. Thanks.
Ho!
Huh? The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Alright, Sandolph. I believe there's a... Now, you can either, like, try and climb this way up normally, but I'm pretty sure there is a ladder somewhere. Or at least there's a ladder up there. I know that much. Alright, fine. I'll just climb it normally. Should be able to make it. I think. Alright, time for an actual voice cutscene.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists.
Dang. You cleaned up nicely, Sandolph.
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of
That's what they're
mechanical
called.
soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point.
But you could.
I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here's the paraglider, just as I promised. An item that you received from the King of the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the sky. Press X while you're in the air to use it. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Anyway, Soldier Bow. A bow designed for armed conflict. Inflicts more damage than a civilian bow, but will still burn if it touches fire. Okay. Now, before we, I could, ceremoniously jump down here and just, fly my way over, but instead, we're gonna head on back over to that one cooking spot. Actually, there's another cooking spot over here, so I guess I could just go this way. As you can see, it slowly drains your stamina. If you press B in midair, you will let go of it, but you can redeploy. There's just a few things I want to do before I leave the Great Plateau. Not a whole lot, it's just going to take a couple minutes. But first I want to do some cooking, and then there's a certain boss I want to try my hand at fighting. First, let's see if I can find any, Hyrule Bass over here. Don't see any. Oh well. Let's get cooking. If you ever hear, a gong, then you know that, Oh, also, let me show off. That's one mushroom and a Hylianer. Look how much this changes. But if you hear a gong noise and a ding ding ding, then that means that it's a critical healing. You do not want to mix foods or elixir ingredients together that have multiple effects. You don't want to do that, because if you do, you're going to just negate the you're going to get rid of the effect. Yeah, I'm just cooking a bunch of, like, miscellaneous stuff just to heal whenever I need to. That is something that I think was, like, a nice touch that they did here. Oh? Critical. Haste elixir. But yeah, so before we leave the Great Plateau, there was one thing I want to do, and it's over there that I hadn't done yet. There's a few things over there, but like what we're going to do, there's one main thing over there I want to do. Inconspicuous rock. Also in these woods you can find ah, man. I was trying to like get one of those guys to get steak. Whatever. Okay, there's a encampment over here. Oh, I accidentally did a sneak strike. Yeah, sneak strike is basically a sneaking critical hit if you can hit enemy when behind their back. There's a weird hole in there. Whatever. Ooh, more Hyrulean herbs. Ooh. Oh shit. Thank goodness. Coarser bee honey. Honey straight from the hive is chock full of nutrients. Cook this into a meal to unlock the potential of these nutrients and provide a stamina recovering effect. Alright. This area right here. Need to be careful. This is that spot I was talking about that I want to be at. And we need this. Because this rock right here is actually... the stone talos. A one smooth hit like that, and it's down. Now, it's just a simple stone talos, so nothing too crazy it drops. It's a flint, strike with a metallic object, generate a spark. This portable fire starter breaks after one use, but it can create a long-lasting flame to use in your firewood. And... ruby! A precious gem mined from a large ore deposits found throughout Hyrule. Rubies contain the power of fire and have fetched a high price since ancient times. Yeah, so we just got like a little bonus to our rare material gain. Ooh, hightail lizard. Now we could regularly catch it, or we could just hit it. Okay, now we can leave. Ooh, silent shroom. Strange mushroom grows softly in the forest at night. Cooking it into the dish unlocks the nutrients in the cap, resulting in meal that allows you to move more stealthily. Nice. But I just remembered something over here that I want to... You see, there's a lot of ways to get Korok seeds. Oh, is this blue nightshade, or... Yep. A plant that grows in quieter areas of Hyrule at night, it gives off a soft glow. Cook it would increase your stealth. Okay. Anyway, there was this... There, finally got one of them. Raw meat. Meat obtained from animals in the plains and forest. You can eat it raw, but cooking it will make it more delicious and nutritious. Gotcha. That'd be a rock or something around here somewhere. Oh. But yeah, now we can actually make our way off the plateau. I'm gonna make my way over here a little more. That way, I have a little better of a vantage point. Because I still want to go the relatively normal path. Like, I want to go over there. Yeah, so welcome to Greater Hyrule. Yeah, these Koroks are freaking everywhere. Sneak up behind him. Sneak strike. It didn't kill him, but it almost did. Alright. The Boko Bat, a clunky club made by a Bokoblin. If you swing it with at an enemy's shield, it may be able to knock its shield out of his hand. Moblin Fang, a sharp fang obtained from a moblin. It's too hard to be reshaped to a tool, but it can be tossed into a stew and some critters to create elixirs. Moblin Horn. This splendid horn once grew atop the head of a moblin. It can't be used in normal food recipes, but it has some use for an elixir. Yeah, so now we're running in, but now we got like the big boy enemies here and there, like that moblin. Oh. Alright. Think I helped out you guys. What's up? I appreciate help back there. Tasty mushroom omelet. Grants low-level movement speed. This fluffy texture of the omelet is one of the great joys. We really need to get to safety. We're alright. We should count ourselves lucky for that. Yeah. Yeah, we ran into some regular aliens over here. Up over there's an Octorok. Do I still have that rusty? No. I guess I should use the. Well, actually, no. I should use up the other traveler, or not. All right then. Wooden bow. This wooden bow may not be the most reliable at battling monsters, but is excellent for hunting small animals. I think if I burn that, I get something. Let's test that. Okay, it's just rock. Korok. Ow. Shrine over there. That is definitely like some kind of like death trap right there. That is another Talos, I think. Okay, I think we'll make it just fine. If not, I got some stamina food, so it's fine. Oh shit. He's already waking up. I didn't think he'd wake up immediately. If you'd like to freaking latch on, Link, that'd be helpful. Ow. Yeah, this is a much more dangerous Talos. I do really like this battle music, though. Ah, fuck. Well, shit. I guess we're not fighting this Talos for a little while. Worth a shot. I'll just move on my merry way. Oh shit, it started me right here. That is not good. Oh shit, and it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Okay, anyway. First off, I need that. And then, swiftness. Let's go. Ow! It's okay, we're still alive. Still alive. Okay, we're not out of the woods just yet for it, but... at a certain point, it'll just go back to sleep. Fine. I originally was heading over to this, this lake because there's a secret thing you can find. I just don't remember where it's at. And it's over here at this little... raw prime meat. A fresh, high-quality piece of animal meat. This stuff isn't easy to come by, so savor it. Cook it to recover more hearts. Where is this freaking thing I'm looking for? Like, it doesn't pop up until you're very close, so I don't remember where it's at. Oh, great. Ow. Okay, here we go. Yeah! Perfect. There's them, right? Okay, that didn't get him at all. The heck was that? Oh, wait, no, it was the sound of the effect going away. Anyway. Again. Fuck. See, this is why... This is why I chose to say, like, no, fuck that to the only 3 heart run. I would not make it. Gosh dang it. Luckily, those keys shouldn't bother me too much, but if they do, well... Now to show you elemental stuff. Anyway. The Roko bats are on fire and shit. Luckily, they'll stop being on fire once they burn all the way through. Ooh, rupees. Ah, shit. Goblin Guts, a rare material obtained by defeating a bokoblin. It convulses on its own every now and again. It's really creepy, but perhaps hazardous. Restless Cricket. Honestly, it was not that worth it. I mean, at least I found some rupees. Rupees are relatively hard to come by in this game. They're not just scattered everywhere like you would find in the other games. However, you can sell items in bulk, and I just killed that cricket. Oh yeah, it's another thing. Like with the grass and stuff, you can cut it, and you might find some stuff. Not guaranteed, but you could. Where the heck is this thing? Take the rusty claymore. Alright, I guess I can't find the thing I'm looking for. So I pretty much circled this entire place. Whatever. I'm going to head back to right over there. Just so I can, or maybe it's not these guys that can do it. Octo Balloon. This inflatable Octorok organ has a lot of lift, so attach it items if you want them to float. Okay, let's head on over to, it's this way. Ooh, is that the hardy radish? Hardy radish, a rare radish that grows best in sunny plains. Cook it before eating it to temporarily increase your maximum hearts. This is like my favorite item in this game. See a shrine over here. We'll get that shrine, go to that tower, and then get our bearings a little more. You guys are fighting something. Windbogo shield made of slightly stronger wood samples.
Oh. Huh.
Trial of Power. Oh shit. Man, I'm getting my shit clocked. Guardian Sword, a sword on wielded by Guardians Scouts. Its blue energy blade is a product of ancient technology. It's not very durable. Fine, we're not gonna freaking... Edge Duality. Ooh, that's a really good weapon. A curious double-edged sword crafted using Sheikah technology. It was one originally made for Hylian knights unfamiliar with a single-edged blade. Give me that shit. I feel like I'm probably not supposed to be here then. Like, this is probably like a much more complex freaking shrine, and I just randomly went into it. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Like, goodbye, Iron Sledgehammer, I don't really need you. Knights of Hyrule once carried this sword. These days, it's a weapon of choice for seasoned adventurers thanks for its ease of use and high attack power. Doing a manual save, just in case. Alright. Alright, Claymore, you're going out. Guardian Spear, wielded by Guardian Scouts. The spear has a high piercing power and is a testament to the Sheikah's high level of technology. The spearhead appears only when brandished. Like, sometimes you gotta think between, like, do I want... Ooh, Ancient Shaft. A machine part used for ancient machinery. It's incredibly sturdy, and it's not made of any recognizable material. May come in handy someday. Alright. What I was trying to say is, like, sometimes you gotta, like, make a choice between... what is it called? Utility and power. Ancient Core. This crystal was made using lost technology. At one time, its power source for ancient machines. This item is very valuable to researchers. And now for the gyroscope freaking puzzle. Usually there's another guardian like right over this corner. Or not. to handle this part. Okay, so it is... Gotta time this right. Ooh, silver rupee. 100 rupees. A dazzling silver light reflects your beaming smile. Dang it. This is in our ancient core. Nope, a diamond, the most precious gem one can find in Hyrule. Its signature sparkle has charmed Hyruleans for generations. As such, it is sold for a very high price since ancient times. Alright. Man, that was a long trial. Okay, so yeah, I've definitely gone the wrong direction. I was supposed to go that way. Crud. Well, I mean, so long as I don't mess with that guy, then I should be fine. Now we are definitely just making a beeline for that other tower, and then once we reach there, I'm gonna call it a stream. What's this? Wooden shield. Lightweight, simple shield is ideal for less experienced fighters. It can withstand light attacks, but blocking stronger blows is not recommended. Yeah, I don't really need it. Oh gosh, dang it. There it is. You almost never get eyeball from the geese in those, like, big groups. I think I've accomplished the sprint glitch. I think. I could be wrong, but it feels like I'm sprinting. I don't know. I'm not going into that shrine right there. I'm just going. Oh shit! I took him down, and he had a Moblin Club, a crudely fashioned club favored by moblins. It's carved from a sturdy tree, but sloppily made, so it breaks easily. Yeah, all I'm doing is just like activating this, just so I could get to it quickly. I'm hoping this guy doesn't bother me. Around here is where I would find like my first rupee. Usually. Almost there. It's not a treasure chest in that water, but I'm... Oh, shit. Remain hidden. Everything's fine. And there we go. We made it. Oh, man. Yeah. Nice to have that taken care of. Scanning area. Regional map extracted. Cheek slate updated. Additional functionality detected. Sheikah sensor. You now enable and disable sensor while on the map screen. Okay. Sheikah sensor now operational. Sensor indicator has been placed near the minimap. Search for shrines by moving the direction with the sound strongest signal. Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for this, Imps. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the reaction channel and the regular Let's Plays over on this channel. And I hope to see you, Imps, in the next video. Bye!